Okay, so Drumma Boy, when it comes to the producing, what or who would you say influences you as far as putting together these beats that you do?
When it comes to the producing, you know, a lot of my biggest influences, of course, have been from the orchestra side, because that's where I came from first. And it's not really producers, I should say, but composers.
There you go. Okay.
You know, so, you know, to say that, Beethoven, Mozart, Sebastian, Bach, you know what I mean, Sibelius, you know what I mean, it's a lot of things that I practice, you know, just through clarinet theory and music theory, piano and whatnot. So, you know what I mean, just that's where I come from, and I get a lot of ideas from the music notations throughout, you know what I mean?
Okay, I got you.
And then put it into the street, or put it into rock, or put it into pop, or just mix it with whatever clash I want to. That's why I call myself a gumbo style producer, like very versatile. So people have really only seen a first side of me, which is predominantly South beats. And that's why people call me the Southern producer and whatnot, because normally most of my music is of the Southern style. And that's why I flipped it up when I brought the Drumma Boy Live to the table. So, you know what I mean, a lot of my current producers that have inspired me, I would say, is Dre. I would say definitely, you know what I mean, just somebody who, you know what I mean, is of clarity with their definition of music and definition of sound, you know what I mean, and trying to always take it to the next height. Big fan of Pharrell. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, current producers that I like, I would say, is Justice League. You know what I'm saying? That's a current group of individuals that are very musical. You know what I mean? Got a lot of background similar to mine. You know what I'm saying? You know, just their devotion. And dedication to the music. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's priceless. You can feel it in the music.
Well, hearing you say that, make a lot of references to the notes and the musicians and the instruments and things like that. So are there certain instruments that you like to play?
I gotta say one of my other instruments, inspirations right quick. I can't leave out Quincy. So you gotta throw Quincy in. You know what I mean? Like that's a dude that I've, you know, studied and just, you know, admired and respect, you know, definitely. So So, and I actually have got to meet. And for him to tell me that I'm the future, it's like that's one of the best feelings in the world.
I mean, you're talking about, you know, one thing about Quincy Jones, correct? Is that his music has spanned so many different generations. I mean, I know I listened to it, and you got my parents who listen to it, and that's a testament when you have music that is being made and being able to be played. And I imagine that's something that you want to do as well when it comes to your music. You know, you're doing tracks from Young Jeezy to Mary J. Blige. You want people to play 10 years or so down the line. Great. You know, speaking of that, I've always been fascinated when it comes to producers and when it comes to, like, when you're in the studio making a beat. And do you know, like, while you're putting that together, are you putting the certain beat together, like when you see that magic, like for instance, you did Put On for Jeezy featuring Kanye West, and that track to me is one of my favorites, and one of those tracks when I hear it, just that buildup of it, you know, and then I already know what's going to happen if I'm in a club or if I'm somewhere, that buildup, and then when that beat hits. So I'm saying, like, when you're doing that, is that something, or while you're doing the beat, you hear that, or something like when you do the beat and then Jeezy puts his verse to it, and then, you know, you're like, wait a minute.
See, it's like a lot of times I format my music already in song format, so I make it feel like this is the introduction. So then he come in, you know what I'm saying? I put on. I put on, just to let you know what it is, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And everybody instantly put them up. Repping they set, repping they hood, repping they state, repping they.
So you kind of visualize it in your head, the whole experience.
Like the bass. That's why it's no snare, no clap, no, you know what I'm saying, no hi-hats. It's just.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And then it comes in with the hook, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got the official hook, and then it comes in with the verse. You know
I got you.
You make it just feel like a song element. So even when I give him the beat, he already knows, he can feel it, he can hear it, like, oh man, there's the hook right here.
I got you.
That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like produced.
Right.
And catered to him. You know
okay. So
I didn't change any edits or I didn't change anything from the 2-track original format of what I gave him. You know what I'm saying? When we mixed it, like he rapped on it, put Kanye on it, right? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And the rest is history.
Well, that's a really cool thing, because, like I said, when you're looking at that, you know, sometimes, you know, as a producer, he might present a beat, and then, you know, an artist that says, okay, well, I want you to do this, this, and that. But like you said, the thought out of it, you know, of how everything goes together, and it's a beautiful thing we're able to put that together. So I think that's really cool. Speaking also, you know, how do you keep, you know, I see you work with a wide range of artists, from Ludacris to Jeezy to all different sorts, even Mary J. Blige and some other artists you were speaking of. How do you keep from, you know, with the way the industry is set up now, labels wanting to make copycat music, in a sense? Like, you want you to, if somebody wants a beat similar to another beat, how do you keep from, you know, mimicking somebody else and staying fresh?
I mean, you just put, that's easy. I mean, you just put your own style in it. Like, if somebody say, yo, I got this sample I want to remake. I mean, people do that all the time. That you're doing that, just taking somebody else's music and sampling it.
Right.
So it's like instantly you taking somebody else's inspiration, but it's up to you to use whatever flavor or style that you want to, because you can give one sample to 10 different producers.
I got you.
And 10 different producers are going to do different things with it.
Right.
Only 1 or 2 of them are going to be the one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If any of them are going to be the one, you know what I'm saying? Depending on what exactly you want, and you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
It all depends on the person behind the editing, the person behind the arranging, the person behind the song development, you know what I'm saying? The vocal, you know what I'm saying, production.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And it sounds like when you talk too, you have a hand in pretty much all of that. Like,
exactly.
You know, you sound like you're somebody that orchestrates that thing from top to bottom.
From writing the music to seeing the music to hiring the musicians. To,
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Funding the project, funding the studio. Like, my budget is me, myself, and I. So, you know what
I got you.
I'm an independent. Drum Squad is an independently run company, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We'll get into it.
And I was going to say that also, you know, I went to the website and everything like that. I was going to say, like, in this day and time we're in now, with the way that record labels are, a lot of them are falling and this and that. But as an independent artist, with technology, with Twitter, with websites, with MySpace, all these different things, you know, do you feel like, even though labels might not be the way that you feel, like you're very confident with, you know, your website, with Twitter and everything, that is a means of you getting your music out?
I mean, yeah, Twitter is definitely a cool, you know, network of people that you can get your sources out through. The internet, period, is the #1 campaign right now, you know what I'm saying, to me. But the streets never lie, and the streets never die. You know what I'm saying? So from the 30s to the 20s to, it goes back way further than what we know.
Right.
But it always comes from the streets.
Right.
The villages, the slums, you know what I'm saying? The little ville, like, man, you heard about? You
gotta have people talking about you.
If you ain't got the people in the streets talking, you're not gonna have those supporters come get the show. So okay, you doing your thing on the internet, you hot on the
right.
We see your little billboard everywhere, but do people support you? Do people love you? Do people, you know what I'm saying, rep for you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Be a part of, you know what I'm saying, your campaign, or even affiliated with you, like, you know what I'm saying, even if they don't run with you, rep with you, do they, you know, you know,
I got you. You know
what I'm saying? So at least if you ain't, like, the affiliation is like the starter mark.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you got somebody affiliated to say, you know what I'm saying, they mess with you, then that's the start, you know what I'm saying?
Cool.
But if you got 100% supporters, that's the next level. That's the true fan. That's the, you know what I mean?
I got you. And what will be just your Twitter address for the people?
Drumma. On Twitter, I am Drumma. DRUMMA.
Okay, great.
Yes,
All right, I appreciate that, man.
Already.